So what I want to do today is just a basic French roll on natural hair. I've already shampooed and blow dried this hair. So now I'm just gonna do a basic roll. I want to leave her some bang. Just get this out of the way. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go in and just kind of press the edges out a little bit with the flat iron. And you can do this with pressing comb. I'm not trying to take all the texture out of her hair, so throw your head down for me, please. Do is I'm just going to smooth the hair back. Now I am going to use some spritz to kind of smooth the hair down on the sides. And as I said, I'm not trying to really take a lot of the texture out of her hair for this particular French roll. Simply because she doesn't want to leave it in here a long time. And we just don't want to put a whole bunch of stress on her natural hair for this one. What you need to do is smooth that hair over. Just smooth that hair over. And what I like to do with my pins, we're going to put a little cushion in here to hold the pin. So we're just going to back comb the hair. Not much. Just a little bit, so that we'll have a base for the pins to lay. And what we want to do with these pins is we're going to crisscross the pins. First you'll lay all your pins going upward, then you'll come back and crisscross. I ended up buying these curved pins. I don't like these curved pins that much, so you don't want to use those. Now that you got that hair nice and smooth, we're going to take the dryer and smooth the hair down a little bit. I got it on low. I like to use a flat dryer for this part. Get that hair really smooth. That's smooth enough. I'm gonna do a little design with the hair at the top, so we'll leave just a little bit more out. Now let's make our French roll here. So now when you get to this part, you want to kind of crisscross these pins a little bit. So let's go back in with the crisscross. See how I crisscross that? This just helps that little padding that we did in the beginning. It just helps it stay in place. Just another form of security. See that? Okay, now what we want to do is, she has a lot of hair, so I am not going to use any stuffing. You could use some stuffing, and maybe in another video I will demonstrate the stuffing. But we're just going to make our own little cushion like we did for the base, just with her hair. You don't want to do it too rough, just a little bit. Let's get a little cushion in there. And with her hair being natural, I think that this will be big enough for you to really get a nice French roll going. Make sure your pins are in place so that they don't stick out the French roll. Alright, so now that we got that, make sure you can see this. What you want to do now is take your French roll. I'm gonna get my hairpins out. Okay. So, since we got that little cushion in there, we're gonna spray that cushion a little bit with some hairspray. And we're gonna take our dryer, cool air, and just dry it up just a little bit. Cool air. Okay. So now roll it around, and I just kind of start tucking up like that. Some may call this a French twist and maybe not a French roll, but nevertheless, you're going to use the same method. So you want to stick the pins in there so that they're invisible. Because you don't want to see the pins sticking out of your French roll. So you go up under the hair and tuck the pins in. See, that's coming out so nice and pretty. See that so far? Smooth this over. And there are several different ways to do this. If she wanted her hair to be straight, more defined, then we would straighten the hair and curl it first. But in this case, we're not going to do that. We're just doing a natural pinup with her natural hair. No heat added. So again, we're just going to tuck. And tuck, tuck. So as you see, the most heat I've used so far is just pressing the edges a little bit with the flat iron and low heat, cool heat with the dryer. And you just want to keep tucking and pinning. Set the dryer again on the low setting and smooth that down. Okay. Now we're gonna take